Good morning, AP fam. It is weekly check-in time. I'm gonna show you guys my weight. Holy crap! 168.4. Kind of got it done this week. Might have adjusted too much. Anyways, this is what I look like. Alright, so this is the update, how I look. So you can tell that my waist has gotten smaller. Shoulders a little more rounded. Right here, my lower belly is where I usually hold until like the very last part of prep, which sucks, but a lot of male genetics are like that, and all I can do is deal with it. On the reverse side, my back is usually relatively lean. My lower belly or my lower back doesn't hold a lot of fat like a lot of guys do. So as you can see, like maybe a big change happened this week. Maybe you can't see that, but if you're going by weekly progression and stuff, 171 was what I weighed last week. 168, give or take, is what I weighed this week. And you know, that's fine and all, like if you're 20% body fat or above 20%, but losing that much weight when you're leaner is not always the most efficient route. Just because it's easier to lose fat when you're at a higher body fat, because your body's trying to reach its own like homeostasis line, where if you're like 25%, it's like wanting to use fat as energy. If you're like 4% or something, your body's not comfortable. It's not like a healthy state. So what your body's trying to do is use everything it can to put on body fat, to put on weight and stuff like that. So I'm just letting you guys know that. So if you are joining me on this cut and trying to adjust things, kind of relate with me or something, you can be a little more aggressive in the beginning when you're higher body fat. But once you get leaner, it's gonna be harder to get leaner the leaner you get, if that makes sense. And all has to do with your metabolism and just everything else. So what I did with my macros this week, I only really dropped, let's see, I only really dropped about 24 grams of carbs, a couple grams of fat, raised up my protein a little bit, put some cardio, just 10 minutes a hit training after my nightly resistance training, and added a little more cardio to my morning regimen. So I just adjusted slightly because I know that like right now my body usually when I'm cutting it goes really fast. It doesn't take very much for my body to go a long ways, and it's kind of like a linear rate that my body kind of goes down. I don't have to do a lot of cycling and stuff like that right now. So I didn't want to go too fast, but obviously you could see I did. I lost 3 pounds, or a little under or so, and what I hope is it's majority body fat instead of some muscle. And oh, by the way, so I went to and got it. I went and got in my in-body test to test my lean, dry mass, muscle mass, and my body fat percentage and all that stuff. I went in there and tested it on the same day, but it was about a different time during the day. And I think that because your body holds water differently throughout the day, and it just changes it throughout the day. You're constantly adding fat, losing fat, adding muscle, losing muscle, stuff like that. Um, it said that I gained like 2% body fat, lost like a pound of muscle, and then I was like so shocked because this week I felt like it was such a big week, and then it started playing mind games with me. So I went in like came home, ate a meal, drank water, tried to hydrate myself because I was talking to the guy and he explained how it measures your statistics, and like your hydration of your muscles is gonna make you show more muscle mass, and the less food you have in your gut, stuff like that for fat. And so I did that. Came home and ate a meal with some carbs in it. Try to hydrate myself with water and stuff like that. And went back a couple hours later, and it freaking said that I gained another gained another percent of body fat and lost like 3 pounds of muscle in like 2 hours. So it was playing mind games with me, and I knew it shouldn't, because what you guys should be looking for is what you look like in the mirror. You don't need to rely on even a scale. It would be nice just to see if you're going in the right direction, but because so many things are changing, how you look in the mirror is the main thing you should be looking for. If you're getting leaner, if your waist is getting smaller, then you're headed in the right direction. It's just how fast you want to. And like I said, to preserve the most muscle mass you can, you want to be going relatively, aggressive in the beginning. You can, but once you get down to a certain body fat percentage, it'll slow down, and you got to start playing games. And if for your body type, mine, it doesn't. It really is like a linear rate. I'm pretty lucky, but some of you guys might not, and you have to maybe cycle some carbs, or you have to, adjust some things with your cardio, or your training and stuff like that. So, to preserve the most amount of muscle mass, you want to, lose the less amount of weight, I guess you could say, or not as much as you would in the beginning, in the end of the cut when you're leaner, just so you can try to lose the most amount of fat, the least amount of muscle, stuff like that. Anyways, another thing I want to add is I incorporated a thermogenic this week, which is a type of fat burner, has stimulants in it, and up until this point, I really have not used any sort of thermogenic. Drink maybe some coffee throughout the day, but no pre-workouts, nothing like that. From last prep, I used some thermogenics and stuff, and so I let my body have a break this off season and everything, and kind of try to reset my body so it can be beneficial again when I incorporate again. And I feel like it's worked, because this week was a decent week. Just gives you more energy, so your training's at a higher intensity level, and what it's going to do is just raise your metabolism that much more. And so anyways, why I did that is you don't want to play all your cards too soon. Just like I said about cardio and your diet and stuff like that, you don't want to be going drastic changes right off the bat, because then you'll have nowhere to go. So at the end, you want to be saving all your aces to play, because that's going to be the hardest time to lose fat. So right now, I did incorporate like a low amount of a thermogenic, and maybe at the end I'll need to incorporate more. Maybe not, we'll see. But that's about it, guys. I'm not going to really go through a lot of training and cardio and stuff like that today. I know my last video was pretty long. I just did that for my first video to see what I do throughout the day. But now I'm just going to be checking in, kind of explaining some things, going over some stuff. Hopefully it's informative to you guys, help you guys out. I know summer's right around the corner, and you want to get them beach bods going. So anyways, if you can comment, subscribe, like this stuff, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for all the love, guys. All right, peace.